one, which would be maybe
It would be us.
next week.
It's us.
She can come right in, of course.
I need to see you after this meeting.
Okay, no, I'm sending everybody
You guys
to
are
.gov and to the old way, because I don't know which one works.
Good morning, everyone. It's
The old way doesn't work at all.
Tuesday, June 24th, 9 a.m. and it's a meeting of the Wareham Affordable Housing Trust. I'd like to call this meeting to order and do a roll call. Mrs. Slavin,
Sandy Slavin.
Judith Whiteside,
Jim Manise.
he's in
We have a
Colorado.
quorum. Mr. Schultz is traveling, unless you know that's Lynn. So let's get this meeting going.
Would you like a clerk pro tem, sir?
Oh, please, yes. Anyone want to volunteer, clerk pro tem?
I will be.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank
I
you
think
very
you
much.
need a motion. I move that Sandra Slavin be appointed clerk pro
Clerk
tem.
pro tem, second. Any discussion? All in favor?
I have no
Aye.
choice.
Aye, sorry,
No, that's good.
thank you.
Okay, so did everybody have a chance to look at the minutes of May 13th, 2025?
I have reviewed the minutes of May 13th, 2025 as presented and find them to be complete and accurate and make a motion we approve.
Second,
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, can we get a vote? Mrs. Slavin?
Yes.
yes,
Whiteside?
yes.
Jim Manise, yes. Boom. Okay, moving right along. 20 Depot Street, discussion and vote. I didn't put vote, but I think that would be okay. Steve, Mr. Boschman, or Lynn Sweet, Ms. Sweet, we'd like to address this and thank you for sending the package. I sent it to the board, sent it out to the board yesterday. And declined to be promoted to a panelist. She might be busy.
She is too, so. All right, and she wants- He's coming in.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. How's everyone doing today?
Very good. Thanks for sending that package out. We sent it to the members. And if you want to just, I reviewed it and I know what's going on.
Sure.
Received a
Sure.
letter also, and I took that and used it for the base of the letter and just made it more of what I would say or how I would say the same thing. And I'm ready to go and you do the presentation and then the board will have some discussion and we can move forward.
Sure. Thank you. This is great. Really appreciate everyone's time. We're excited that Steve's first project is underway right now. I'm Lynn Sweet with LDS Consulting Group. I'm Steve's 40B consultant on this. So Steve currently has an existing property at 20 Depot Street that has 3 units on it. There is some excess land and he would like to add 3 more units on it. The result of the 6 rental units will be 2 additional affordable rental housing units, which is a wonderful way to do an infill project and not overwhelm a site, but continue to add inventory to the town's affordable housing inventory. All of the units will be counted on the subsidized housing inventory. We've had a preliminary discussion with the state. They're really excited about this idea. Both of the affordable units would be in the new buildings as well. So they will be equal, if not better, than the existing property units that are on the property. There will be an opportunity to have one of the units as a local preference unit as well of the 2 units. So somebody living, working, or attending school having school-age child attending schools in Wareham would have essentially two bites at the apple to get one of the affordable units. So what we're asking for you today, for those that may be new to the trust, is that there's several ways to apply for 40B zoning under Mass General laws. And one is to start with the community, which we did the last time and we hope to do now. It's called a LIP application, Local Initiative Program. The application typically first gets signed by the Housing Trust or Partnership, and we ask for a letter of support. That's part of the application list, and then it moves on to the Select Board, and hopefully also is endorsed by the Select Board, as well as a letter of support from them. The application itself, it just includes a lot of program information. It includes, numbers, qualifications, site plans, architectural plans, so that the state, when they're reviewing this project eligibility letter under the LIP program, they have enough information to make a finding that the site is appropriate, that the product that's being proposed is appropriate, that the numbers make sense, that the developer has the qualifications to get it to the finish line. So we're here today. I'm happy to discuss any specifics you have about the actual LIP application. I do know that it certainly would be helpful, and maybe that's not for today, but maybe for another day, to also look for some financial support to supplement adding the affordable units as well. So that's all I've got for you. Steve is probably there with plans.
Well, thank you very much. Steve, would you have anything you would like to say? Or?
Just appreciate the support from the board. Just head right along.
Thank you. Any questions or discussion here?
I'm looking for that documentation.
I sent that out yesterday.
I got it yesterday. It says documentation link.
So
May not be able to pick it up on your phone.
If you click on the link, everything's there.
Sorry, I got the draft letter, but I didn't see the link.
okay,
It's in the body of the email.
yeah, and I highlighted it.
Oh, now I see it.
Okay,
I'll put it back into my inbox.
and just so you know, it comes up. I don't know if it was a PowerPoint or not, but it comes up and it takes a little while to load, at least on my computer. So each frame takes a little. So you're there. You just have to wait 30 seconds or so before it loads up. Then
Yep.
you go to the next page. I saw everything, but
Okay.
I think Mrs. Whiteside would like to say something.
Yeah, you came before the select board on the 17th or
Last
something.
week.
Yeah,
Last Tuesday.
last Tuesday, and I just finished editing the letter, and it will be sent out today, the support letter
Oh,
from the
fantastic.
select board.
I know that you had a question, and I was away last week.
No, I
About
figured it all out.
okay, probably the appraisal piece. Okay, good. Then I won't call you later.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the question was, but it's
That's
been,
fantastic.
yeah, so.
Yeah, that's great. There's one more piece of paper, well, two more pieces of paper that will go into the application. One, I have the detailed construction budget, so I'm going to do something called a one-stop, which is just an Excel financial form that kind of drills down into the numbers a little bit more. And I'm waiting for the draft affirmative fair marketing plan. We used Metro West for Steve's other project, and we would like to use them again. And those are the last two pieces of paper. I'm going to work on the numbers today, and I've reached out to Metro West again. So once we have everything in one place, we will print it out and submit it, and the town will get its copy, and the town will also still have it, a comment period of 30 days and be able to attend the site walk when the state does that. So this is just the beginning of the involvement of everybody. There's definitely tire kicking to be done down the road during the Pell process, and then when it lands in front of the ZBA as well.
But I'm confused. The select board is only writing one letter. Or,
The select board is writing a letter and signing the application, correct?
okay, so the application would have been in the stuff that you sent to us for last week?
It is,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay, yeah.
and you're rewriting the support letter. Yeah, there's a signature page for both they set it up as housing partnership, but I sort of interchange housing partnership and trust. And there's a signature page for the highest elected official, which I believe is you.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
We both signed the same application.
100%. Just
Yeah.
scan it in.
So
I don't need a
once
wet
you're all
signature.
set and signed it, I reviewed it. I'm good with it. Does Mr. Sullivan, is he
Chief procurement.
Chief procurement officer, our town administrator sign that or no?
No.
Okay, and I did take your letter, edited it, so it kind of reflected me as the author.
That's awesome.
And,
No, I appreciate that. We like to give you a base, but we'd want to hear more about what's important to the community.
So I'm ready to go pretty much, and
Just
I
want
just
to,
need approval by the board, otherwise I can't do it.
Yeah.
So that's what,
so Mr. Sullivan was at the meeting where Mr. Boschman was presenting this, and he spoke avidly in favor of the project. He was really,
I watched.
yeah, he was very, very supportive of the project. So even though he doesn't have to sign,
No,
he
just-
threw his 35 cents in.
Oh,
I just wanted you to know that.
Yeah, for me, it was just making sure that we did it properly, as long as we approve it so
Right.
that
Yeah.
it moves forward.
Yeah.
And my letter's pretty much ready to go, just gotta put in the vote.
So can you come down when we leave here? Can you come on down and
If
just
you're
double
ready to-
check?
Yeah.
Yeah, double check everything so we get it out today?
Yeah.
Okay,
Now,
thank you.
Jim,
Sorry.
you said
Yeah.
we got a letter in the documentation this weekend, and you said you've modified it.
I have, and
And you want us to approve the modified version?
yeah, would you like to,
I'd like to have a quick view of it, please.
we'll take that, yeah, just take a look, slide it down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I
we
just-
we
I'm
did
very-
something like that, and I added that it was next to a shopping plaza and,
Yeah,
you know,
same thing.
blah, 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 that listed what was in the shopping plaza, including a post office and a couple
Okay.
of banks and,
Thank you
you
very
know,
much.
that kind of stuff.
You're welcome.
So, here you go, Joe.
You do-
Yeah,
Then I make a motion that we approve that our chair, Tim Eunice, submit and sign a letter to the Executive Office of Housing and Community Development for 20 Depot Street.
I second the motion to authorize the chair to submit the letter.
Oh,
I don't know what you said, but authorize the
to
chair.
sign it.
Yeah.
But to,
Authorize the chair to sign.
And can we, if I might?
Second,
Okay, we got a second, so discussion. Can we add to that, also to sign the application for the LIP?
and to sign the application for the LIP.
and to sign the application for the LIP, seconded.
Okay, so, amendment was, motion was made and seconded, so as amended, can we get a, vote or any more discussion? No, can we get a vote? Mrs. Slavin,
Yes.
Ms. Whiteside?
Yes,
Myself, yes, 300. We're good on that, and thank you very much for putting everything together. Makes it nice.
thank you for your support.
Oh, you're welcome.
thank you.
And put in an application if you're looking for financial support, put in an application.
Okay, so we should
Wherever you
do a
want
formal application for that. Okay, we'll work on that once we get this out the door. Thank
Okay,
you again.
You're welcome, thank you very much, thank you, Mr.
All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too, stay safe.
All right,
Mr. Chair, before we continue,
Yes.
I'd like to make sure it's in the minutes that we did not have a meeting on 6:10 because there was no quorum. I just wanted in the minutes if someone goes looking for a 6:10 meeting.
okay,
Did you
that's-
write canceled on the agenda?
No, we didn't know we didn't have a,
No, I know, but you can go back in and ask them to write canceled.
after the fact.
You can, if you just scoot down to the clerk's office, she'll tell you how
Yeah,
to
that's
do
all
that.
right, I can,
And then.
last time I did that, they told me that I had to do it, not them, so whoever.
Well, yeah, but they'll tell you how to do it. Yeah,
Well, anyway, I wanted in the minutes that there was no quorum for the 6:10 minute, sorry.
all right, just so,
get it clarified one way or the other, yeah.
we're looking for, I understand what you're saying, Mrs. Slavin. You want it just as a statement?
Oh, I'm just gonna put a statement.
Okay, good.
No vote on it, we know we,
Right,
yeah.
that's
It was
fine by
I just
me.
wanted it in the minutes.
I don't think you need a
That's a
vote
good
on
idea.
that.
No, we don't. It was just a statement.
All right, so Village 801 Main Street, nothing new. SHI.
They are coming along because they've just submitted another payment request to CPC, so they're moving.
Yeah, because I went by there and it's just like a jungle.
Yeah, I didn't think
Around
they
the
had
house
done
and-
anything yet.
There's engineering and stuff like that, you
Oh,
know,
okay.
the pre-work.
So, on the SHI, I did reach out to, Executive Office of Housing and Livable Communities about, the process for putting 57 Sandwich Road, which is the, Housing Authority's 4 units, make them eligible for our SHI. And they might have to do a local action unit, LIP, because I will forward the email I received from them.
So, but Housing Authority has not done the paperwork needed to put it on SHI.
Right, and because the way the process is, it's not under the state subsidized housing portion of the Housing Authority, which is 104 units. So these 4 units are separate and aside because they're not state subsidized. But they are owned by the Housing Authority. So in order to get them approved to be included on SHI, has to be a LIP application, which, you know, it's not, I know you'll have to have a hearing, it's right side of the select board approving it and signing it, but beyond that, and
It's
then
worth
it
it.
goes to the.
Yeah,
to
but
the
it's worth
state.
it in order to get it on the SHI.
Well, yeah,
And
But it's up to them. It's not us. I'm just putting in the minutes that Housing Authority must do a LIP in order to get it on SHI. Right?
and that was sort of the conditions
Okay.
of the. It's affordable housing, but to ensure that it's held affordable in perpetuity. It should be validated, so we'd have to have some sort of a deed restriction. Let me shut this off.
So I appreciate you following up on that, Mr. Manise, because we need to be continuing to count these units. Some of them are sliding by for a long.
Okay, so just the
So,
minutes will say.
This is basically more for information
Yeah.
for yourself
Yep,
and Sandra.
So who's
as-
gonna talk to Housing Authority about doing their
I-
paperwork?
He is.
You
I've
have.
spoken to them, but I also wanted to make sure that.
Yeah.
It's, we're all involved in some way,
Mhm.
form,
Yeah.
shape or form. As an authorizing signatory as a select board and, community preservation funding it.
Yeah.
So just get our ducks in a row on it. Its process is kind of a strange one. So I checked that out. I still need to talk with Mr. Costa on the mobile home, which is Royal Crest, I guess, to see how they're moving along. From what I understand, looking at the restriction, the agreement with the Commonwealth is as they put new units in place, the restrictions go in place. So there's a monitoring agency, but what is the process to get, if we can, to get those on the SHI, as it was state subsidized at over $1 million, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
So,
You said new units.
Yeah.
So if something sells, that's not considered a new unit.
well, yes, new tenants, I should say.
Okay, cause I'm
Yeah,
saying
new,
myself, there is no
yeah.
place for new houses to be
Right.
put there.
But there was some that weren't
Actually, they had
developed.
4 new ones.
So a change in ownership,
Correct, and it has to go to people under the 80% AMI, blah, 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 blah. It's supposed to, in order to be. So this is another one of those loose ends type things, and that's all I have to say on that.
Well, I'd just like to add
Go
again,
ahead.
thank you for
Oh.
following up on stuff like this because you're very good at this and you're very good at following up on the
Appreciate it.
necessary paperwork and the requirements and going above and beyond what may have not been.
But I appreciate that, hearing that. I still need to speak with Mr. Darrow.
Yeah.
So 5.3, what language grant application, I did go through and make some changes. I don't think I forwarded it to you, though, my lack of following through with you on that. Minor changes, and it would be nice to have the full board for discussion on that.
Can you put it on the next agenda?
A lot of this, I just roll it over so that
Yeah,
it
okay.
stays fresh in my mind.
Yep.
My mind's not what it was once. It wasn't great then either. Again, with the funding discussion, I'd like to have a full board, Mr. Schultz here also. And I would like to have a brief meeting on the 8th, if everybody would be available, and it would be a very brief agenda, primarily on the funding.
I might be
maybe-
remote.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If you can make it, it would be great. Inclusionary housing bylaw, again, that's just to keep us thinking about it and something we might want to ensure we do moving forward with our zoning bylaws, whether it's individually through when they do the review and changes, the massive changes. Or I guess they're going to hire a consultant to review and suggest changes to our zoning bylaws. So, and as Carl is on the planning board, and chair of the planning board, it's good to have his support on it. Well, moving past that, the annual report, let's do the 31st. I will get that done. I did go to the Mass Housing Partnership Conference the first day, attended 4 seminars. 3 of them were very informational. One of them was not. It's good to see faces and people. The State Attorney General was a keynote speaker, very eloquent, great speaker. Added some humor to it. That was nice. Got to meet some of the people who are involved with the Mass Housing Partnership. So, and that's all I have. Do any members have any comments? Have anything they want to discuss or updates or anything?
We're still short a member, right?
Yes, we are. And I'll talk with you after about that. If it's okay.
Yeah.
So we're short a member. Glad you said that. We're missing a member. Would you be staying on with us, Mrs. Whiteside? Ms. Whiteside, as far as continuing?
Yeah.
Good.
Well, yeah, I had talked with you
I know.
about somebody else and you said, no, thank you.
Well, it was kind of like.
Well, no, that's
I'll let you
fine.
on it, but yeah.
No, you probably were right, actually.
Mrs. Slade, Miss Sandra.
No, I find your information and knowledge critical for the success of this. I'm talking to you, Judy,
Oh,
to this committee.
Oh, well,
You have some history that you bring to the table that a new person wouldn't have,
well, thank you. I'm
just that you're old.
trying to, no, I'm trying to get my board involved in more things and they are very reluctant to step up.
But a member of a board is different than being a liaison, because a liaison, they don't show at all. I've been trying to get them for years, but that's another topic. But it's critical to have someone who's a board member sitting on here and attending these meetings.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I agree with what Mrs. Slavin said, and I think we have a nicely balanced board. We need one more member, town member, and that would be nice so that balance the board a little more, and also new ideas and also new eyes, as our town attorney would like to say. It's new eyes on how you look at things. I think that's it. I don't have anything under 48 hours that I'm remembering.
Then I make a motion, we adjourn at 9:25.
Second.
You got a motion, a second, adjourn, undebatable.
Yes.
I do want.
Ms. Slavin,
Aye.
Ms. Whiteside.
Aye,
Jim Manise, aye. We're adjourned.
Thank you.
thank you.
Overall.